If you're in the long short business, learning to sell short is not a choice. You see, there are tons of market gurus who will tell you what to buy. But people who have mastered the craft of short selling are few, far in between, and very high in demand. Good morning! My name is Laurent Bernut. I've been in the alternative investment space for 18 years now, a couple of hedge funds, and at Fidelity, my mandate was dedicated short seller. Every day I wake up with a net exposure minus 100%. I had to find the worst stocks in the worst bear market on record, Japanese equities. So I developed a methodology that will see through the course. People coming from the long side usually carry the belief that good stocks are few and far between. Now, if you transpose that belief from the long side onto the short side, very soon you'll be hunting for unicorn whales. You'll be running around the Arctic Circle looking for narwhals. This is not how the short side works. The short side obeys its own laws. It has its own rules. And this is something we're going to be looking at. The promise of the course. Please answer those 4 questions. Take time to answer those 4 questions. Who would you be if you had a stable, robust method that tells you when stocks have bottomed out and when they've peaked out? That you would be the first one on the slope. When everybody is terminally euphoric, you'd be the first one on the slope. Put the goggles on. I'm going to ride you down. Or when the street is terminally bearish, strong sell and everything, you'd be, oh, it has bottomed out. Time to take a trade. Question number 2. Who would you be if you had more signals than you would ever have capital to deploy? Day in, day out. Number 3. Who would you be if you know exactly how much risk you can afford to take on any single trade? Important. Finally, who would you be if you have developed the confidence that you have developed a strategy that is robust, that you can trade? It won't work over time. It has a positive edge. It won't work all the time. It will work over time. You would be pulling that trigger. Now, about the course structure. People who short stocks that go down in absolute are laggard indicators. First things first, we need to restate your entire investment universe versus a benchmark, and in a single currency we're going to be comparing apples with apples. There'll be no valuation, it's purely price based, and very soon you'll get to see outperformers, underperformers, long bull, short bear, make money on the delta. Not rocket surgery really. That becomes the next question, regime definition. How do you know when and how those stocks are outperforming or underperforming? How do you reclassify them in a stable, robust fashion? So we'll be exploring several methods. Classic moving average, breakout, and a third one, purely statistical, floor and ceiling. By the end of part 1, you will be able to develop a screening that will tell you day in, day out all the signals that you need to take. And you'll be able to reclassify. In part 2, we'll be moving on to strategy definition, creation, backtest, optimization, and finally money management. One thing about that. This is the short side. The environment does not cooperate. You want to test for robustness. You see, people who always optimize for, I want a great sharp, I want great performance, clearly do not understand robustness. Robustness is something that survives. This is where you build a confidence. So you will be using metrics that specifically will tell you unapologetically how well your toy works. Once we're done with that, we'll optimize for them and we'll be moving to money management. Another thing, any strategy is composed of 2 modules, signal, money management. Money is made in the money management module. You see, tourists routinely bet the farm and they go broke. Pros, they milk the cows. Now, you might think, okay, this course is nice, but at the end of the day, I just want to do long only. I just want to buy stuff. Well, I wanted to gather feedback for the course. So I talked to ex-colleagues and long-short managers, mutual funds, and it so appears that, hey, you just described my workflow. This is a course written by a professional for professional. If you buy stocks at one point, you will want to sell them. And you want to buy stocks as early as possible, as soon as they bottom out. And you want to sell them at one point, when everybody is terminally bullish. So, final note. Warren Buffett once said, price is what you pay, value is what you get. At the moment that this video is recorded, I have no idea of how much the course will sell for. And frankly, it doesn't really matter. But what I do want, and what I wanted from the first day I created the course, is to pack it with value. I wanted to create the course that I wish I had 10 years ago. So it has a philosophy, it has a methodology, and everything is synthesized into source code. I'll see you in the course.